Hey guys, today I have a pretty big plant haul for you. I got a lot of plants this last month. It's been really hot where I live, and so that makes it hard to work outside, like really hard, because it's just so hot. So, I mean, even in the mornings, but now it's been nicer, so I've been able to get back in the yard again. But since I was inside so much, my houseplant addiction kicked back in. And so I got a lot of plants. Some of them I just got today actually, because I've been working on some different projects or wanting to work on more projects and things. So I also got some cool pots. I get all my pots from Ross usually just because they're cheapest there from where I get pots. Anyways, I got a whole bunch of houseplants because I went to Sprouts and they had houseplants. Going to the grocery store is dangerous, okay? Because they have houseplants. And so I went there and they had houseplants again, and they had them to where they were $6 for pretty good sized ones. And so I got 2 of those, and then I went back again and they had them for $4. So I got another houseplant, and then I got some succulents that were $4, and I also need to get some African violet mix to repot some of my African violets. And so I went to a local nursery and got that, and I also got a plant. That's really pretty. I'm not really entirely sure what it is, because the lady there wasn't really quite sure. She thought maybe it might be a peacock plant. So anyways, I guess I'll get started. This one says that it is an up, so I'm guessing that means upright foliage. The other one that I got that's similar to this is a Dracenia. Yeah. So I really like this one. I love the leaves are kind of silvery and it's dark green. Whereas, so this is the other one that I got. This one says that's a Dracenia. And it still has some silvery foliage too, but also this bright green, and it looks really beautiful in this pot that I got for it. And I really like where I have it. I have it up on my china cabinet in my living room, and it just really looks really pretty there. I needed a plant up there. Well, I didn't need one, but I really wanted one up there. And this one looks beautiful with this bright foliage, and then this black pot that, I don't know, it just contrasts so well. I really like it a lot. This one doesn't have any plants in it. I want to get something like, I really want to put a string of pearls in this plant. I love how bumpy it is. It's so pretty. And this one was $5 at Ross. So it doesn't have like a drainage hole, of course, or anything, because it's a hanging plant and that'd be a little weird. But it's all bumpy and then it's all smooth right here. I love the texture of this. Even though it's just white, it's still really pretty. So I think a string of pearls would be really beautiful in that. But my string of pearls is really small right now. It's just not, it's growing again finally now that it's getting a little cooler. It just doesn't seem to like the hot temperatures. This is the other one that I got the first time I went to Sprouts. This is a little philodendron, and I just really thought it was really cute. So I have lots of pothos, but I've never had a philodendron before, and I mean they're kind of similar looking, but I mean you can definitely tell a difference. But this is just so pretty. It has lots of little babies under it, and then this is the pot that I got to go with it. And this one was $6. So I just thought it was so cool. So you've already seen this orchid that I got at Sprouts. It was like, was it $3 or something? And it still has some blooms on it left. But I needed to get a pot. Well, I didn't need to, but I wanted to get a pot for it. And I kind of needed to because, I mean, I just wanted this to have a better chance, and my other ones just haven't been doing, I've had not very good success with orchids in my new house for some reason. I don't know, because I think my first one did so good because it was next to our like huge fish tank. It was like a 100-gallon fish tank with a few other like 20 and 10-gallon tanks connected to it, because like one tank was a filter tank, and then we had a cichlid tank and a breeding tank and a shrimp tank or something connected all to it. So anyways, that's not what we're talking about today. No fish tanks. I got this cool pot. It was on sale at Lowe's, and like I don't know why it was on sale, but because the other ones weren't. But it's so pretty. So I think it was like $5, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Usually the orchid pots are like about $10 whenever I see them. Anyways, there's this one. I just really like the colors. And I'm not really much of a blue person. I don't really have that many blues or really greens except for plants in my house. But I really like this one. He has a couple plants. I need to give one of these away. But, because I don't need 2 of them. Well, maybe I'll kill one. So, who knows? Keep them around for a little bit. My mom gave these to me because what we did was they weren't doing so good in the spot she had them in, and she didn't really have a place for these. So we replaced these with some succulents, and so anyways, I got these. They're just some sort of a, angel plant, those kind of plants. I don't know what they are, but they're pretty cool. I like the underneath in the foliage, it's purple. I really like that a lot. It's so pretty. So I guess since I was showing you, I didn't buy these ones, but since I was showing you those ones, I should show you this one too. This is the ivy that was in the middle of those other 2 plants. So it's those 2, and this one's in the middle in this cute box. But this one really did not like that spot, and so it really died off a lot. But it still has a lot of really good green growth. And I'm not very good at growing ivy in my past experiences, so hopefully I do better with this one. But it's just a little basic ivy. It's not variegated or anything. It's just cute and little, and I have it in one of the pots I got at Hobby Lobby during their 90% off summer sale, which I already showed you, I think, those pots in a different video. Yeah, when I was repotting things, that's what. This is the one that may or may not be a peacock plant. She told me another option for what they're called. I think it started with a C, and I can't remember. So, anyways, it's so pretty though. I love the colors. It's very, I think it's kind of very modern with the colors almost, because that blushy pink on the outside with the creamy white and the green. But it also is kind of those colors from like the 90s that, I don't know, I always just like think of, because the way my mom's house was decorated in the 90s, it was like blues and pinks and like these, I don't know, she had a green couch, or was it blue couch? No, my aunt had a green couch and she had a blue couch. But she had like, her curtains they're like pink and this light green and this cream kind of color. And so they just kind of remind me of the 90s in my childhood. So even though I think it's kind of a modern looking plant almost, it also looks very 90s to me. And it just brings up nostalgic memories, I guess. I have this in a smaller one of those pots I got at Hobby Lobby. So I got this cute little aster today at Home Depot because I just saw it and I was like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, and I had to have it. And then as I was leaving, I'm like, oh, it's a perennial. I didn't know these were perennials. And so I was like, well, it was totally worth it. I had to get it because it was a perennial. So then it'll come up next year. So, but I really just love the colors. They're so pretty. So I've been trying not to buy too many outdoor plants, except for perennials, of course. And luckily I got another perennial. This is my new head planter. I really like the edges and stuff. They look kind of chipped and worn, and I think it's really cool. I like how it almost looks like it's coming up out of the water or something, or like coming up to the surface, and then I think it's gonna be so cool planted up. I'm gonna put succulents in this, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. I got this one at Ross. It was $5. I thought that was a pretty good deal for a really cool pot. Okay, so for all these succulents, I already actually used some of them today for my mom's project because we did 4 pots at her house. I have a little bit of footage that I'll show you of all the other ones that I didn't use for myself. I used for her pots. So they're I'll show you them all together when I first kind of got them and brought them to my mom's. And then I will show you some of how those turned out because they kind of look pretty cute. So the first one that I got was this sedum clavatum. So this is a cute little sedum, and I love it. It has those powdery little leaves, so it's very soft, and I just love those petite little like shapes and rosettes. They're just so cute. And oh, and do you see all those babies in there? Like, I love getting succulents like this with all those babies. This was only $4 and look at all those babies. It's amazing. This is a Sedaveria Sorrento. That's kind of cute. I like that. I love the little like chocolatey red tips. So it's kind of like a raw chocolate. You know how raw chocolate's kind of red? And that head planter, I wanted to do some light with a darker contrast. And I really kind of wanted white and black succulents, but I couldn't find any black succulents at the time. So, or any like really white ones. I rarely see those actually where I live. But I got this one. It's a Graptovaria Blue Pearl. Isn't that just gorgeous? And already, it doesn't have very many babies. It has this one. And then the one that I gave my mom has a couple babies on it too. Same with the Sorrento. The one I gave my mom had a couple babies on it too. This actually I gave her the one that was like 2 of them stuck together because all these at least had 4 and then with little babies on them. So this one's really pretty. I love the little bit of variation on the ends of the leaves, a little bit of color change, how it's so light in the middle and then it gets darker. I just think that's beautiful. You know how in my last video I was showing you how, well, I wanted to show my husband the bloom stalk on, I think it's like an echeveria or something that I have. A pretty like rose shape with a little bit of ripply leaves. Oh, that one was just so gorgeous. Now it's blooming, and if you check on my last videos, you will see those. Those beautiful blooms. It's just purple with the pink and the orange. Oh, they're just to die for, I swear. And so anyways, but I broke that bloom stalk and I kept it in water, and it finished blooming out for me, thank goodness. So I was able to see it all. Well, today I got this big old thing, and this one right here had a bloom stalk because apparently I'm extremely good at breaking those off. This is like my second one within like 2 months. This had this beautiful bloom. It's such a beautiful orange, a little bit of pink to it, because this plant is definitely very green. It doesn't have very much blue to it. It is a little bit of a bluer, lighter green, but not nearly as like purpley as my other one. But sorry, I'll be a little bit more still. I mean, isn't that just so pretty? It has all these getting ready to bloom. kind of sad because, I mean, it's so cool to see them on the flower itself, but also it's kind of going to be in the way of my project, I guess. So we took out this big old spiky green plant out of here that was really cool, and one of these, and took out something else out of here. Oh, one of these little jades. I took those out from my mom's plants. So I got like this little jade and whatever this is, some sort of like sedum or whatever. And then some panda plant. That's what this is called, right? Like a panda plant. And I don't know what this is, but it's so cool. I really like that a lot. Then whatever this cool thing is. It has a really pretty like red on the ends. So it has this really pretty one. I like how fat the leaves are on this. It's really fun. So I got this one, and it's just, it broke down here a little bit. But all this, it's growing some little babies and stuff right now, so I'll let those grow. Or I'll go ahead and cut it off like up here. And because there's like, I wanted to take these apart a little bit because I have another project to use these in, but I want to use like, I think the big one in for my brain. And this one has these like chocolatey, like darker colors, so it kind of brings in the black that I was wanting. And then some of this like fire sedum, whatever, that I already have some pretty similar to this, but I like this one. It's pretty cool, and it's a little bit different than the ones I already have. And oh, this one's so pretty. This is like a powdery pretty blue, a little bit more bluer than those echeverias and stuff. So I think it's really cool. These ones are all kind of a little leggy, but I mean that's just kind of how they grow anyways. But so most of them I'm going to be cutting down to use for arrangements. And this one I really wanted some red. I just been wanting some like pretty red succulents. And I really like this one a lot. I kind of want to get some even more red ones, but I really like this one a lot because it's almost like a purpley red. It's coming up a little bit even more purple, or more purple on camera than it really is too. And then this one had an ogre ears plant, or a spoon jade. I used one of those for my mom's plant. But also inside of here is all of the little leaves and things and all the little babies that were starting that I found in all of these plants. So there's a lot of them and a lot of little babies. It's like, this thing is just completely full. Most of them are started already. They're just sitting in there. That's all my plants that I got, and at least I think it's all my plants. Yeah, it's all the plants that I got. Because I've also gotten a few other plants this summer too, that I've showed you in other videos and in like houseplant update videos and things that I've had. So anyways, I'm going to do a full houseplant tour for summer here soon, and I'm also I'm going to do a video on the potting up my head planter, and then probably some other ones too, just because I have so many now and I really need to get to planting some of these so that way they can get happier. Anyways, that's all my super cool plants, and I really like them all so much. And I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards the philodendron being my favorite, honestly. It's such a basic kind of houseplant, but I really love the shape of the leaves, and it's so sweet and simple, and it's just so elegant in just its simplicity, and I really like it a lot. So yeah, I think that one's my favorite. Let me know which one is your favorite. I think a close second is this one, and if you know exactly what this is, then please let me know, because I need to know exactly how to take care of this one. Since I don't know what it's called, I don't know really necessarily how to take care of it. I have it in a window that gets like morning sun and filtered light through the rest of the day so far, because most plants seem to do pretty well with that. in the house. So if you enjoyed this video, then please do give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post a lot of houseplant videos. I also post garden videos and natural DIYs, and every once in a while a natural beauty video and healthy living tips. So I hope you have a really great week. Bye guys! What? How many of you? Okay, there's Zion, Thor, Star, and Vivi. Are you all interested in... Oh, no, here comes Ziggy. She's got to check it out too. You all just want to see what I'm doing? Oh, and I'm sitting on the floor, so you have to lick me. And you want it on my lap. Oh my goodness. So many puppers. Okay, maybe I should find a different spot.